So today's class again is to continue what we started previously to solve the questions from the exam. So I will finish inshallah today all the questions which I gave you in both the exams. So in quiz 1 there were some questions left. So we'll start with the questions from quiz 1. So this was the first question from quiz 1. And the one of the remaining questions from quiz 1. So we have a driver on a two-lane level two-lane highway, side distance 120 kilometers, 120 meters. We have to find out the speed, and the gradient is -3%. You will assume 2.5 second perception reaction time. A is 3.41 meter per 5 seconds, and you have to find out. So first of all, find out the speed using the side distance. Then, using the speed, you will calculate the braking distance. Using the speed, you calculate the braking distance. Okay, so let us begin. First of all, let me write down the data here. Okay, so the given data is you are given with stopping side distance, which is 120 meters. Okay, then you are given with the gradient. So gradient is -3%. Okay, so you put -0.03 in the equation. Perception reaction time is given as 2.5 seconds. Okay, so we call it T in the equation, so 2.5 seconds. Okay, and A is 3.41 meter per square seconds, and from A basically you calculate F. So F is A by G. So you will do 3.41 divided by 9.81, whatever it comes out like 0.35, or to be more exact 0.348. Okay, so this is these are the parameters, and the equation of side distance is this one, 1.47 v into t. You are trying to find out v. Okay, SSD is given plus v square divided by bracket here 254 multiply by, it was f plus or minus. Okay, okay, so the values, you know, the values which are given. Give me the value of v here, velocity. By the way, again there is an option to solve a quadratic equation in your calculator as well. So SSD will be a constant, 1.47t will be the coefficient for x, and the remaining will be the coefficient for x square. 1 upon 254 f plus minus g will be the coefficient for x square. If you can put these values in the calculator, it can give you the quadratic, the solution for the quadratic equation. But obviously, if you don't know it, just go ahead however you want to solve it. Yes, velocity. Yes. shouldn't take so long. In this much time you can do it by trial and error. Yeah, 79.19 kilometers per hour. Okay, keep it in mind. The velocity in this equation is in kilometers per hour. Some of you made this mistake as well. Okay, they mistook the velocity, they didn't put it in kilometers per hour. Okay, now the second thing which we have to do is find out the braking distance. So braking distance is basically this part of the equation. Okay, second part of this side distance equation is a braking distance. So braking distance equals to this. So you already know the value. Now you have the value for V as well. Give me the braking distance. Give me the braking distance. So you just have to, from the equation for side distance, you just remove the first part. The second ratio is always also the equation for braking distance. $77.15 is the correct answer. 77.15. Okay. So Zara, I think you need to check. Anyway, so out of 120 meters of stopping side distance, 77.15 meter is the braking distance, and the remaining is the perception reaction distance. Okay. So I hope that the procedure was clear. You can check the calculations later on. Okay, this was again, we are still in the first quiz. So you can see I made a lot of questions for the first quiz. So we have a radius of 120 meters. Super elevation is given. We have to find out the speed. Okay, the radius is to be reduced to 100 meters. So this was the first part. Find out the speed. The second part is, if the radius is reduced to 100 meters and you keep the same speed, then how much should be the super elevation, and whatever value you are getting is, can this value be applicable? Is this value practical? Okay, is this a value within the range? Okay, so let us begin with the first part, and I think this was a part where most of you had the problem. Okay, because in the radius equation, let me now open the slides because we need to see the table, right? Okay, so in the radius equation, you have Fs, and Fs depends upon V, which is not given. In fact, you are trying to find out V. Okay, so this is the equation we have. Now let me write down this equation in terms of V. Okay, because we are trying to find out V, everything else is given. Okay, so if you write down this equation in terms of V, then V equals square root, because V is a square, so you have to do the square root to remove the square. So square root of R multiplied by 125 multiplied by E plus Fs. Okay, so now R is given. Okay, let me write down the values. R is 120 meters, right? R is 120 meters. So R is 120 meters and E is 0.066%. Okay, so the only thing is, what should we do with Fs and B? Now Fs, what you will do is, you will assume, whenever there are two unknowns given in an equation, you have to assume one value and you will calculate the other value, and then later on you check. Okay, so in this case, I will assume a value of Fs to be 0.2. So if Fs is 0.2, then the equation should give you a velocity of 48, if your assumption is correct, right? Let me make it bigger. So if you assume Fs to be 0.2, then the equation should give you a velocity of 48. Okay, so put the value of Fs in equation, in the equation which I have just shared with you. In this equation, put the value of Fs as 0.2 and give me the velocity, how much velocity you are getting. $62.45. Okay, now your assumption was 48. Your assumption was 48. See here, why your assumption was 48? Because fs 0.2 means the speed should be 48. So this fs did not satisfy your assumption. You will take another value of fs. So now I will take the value of fs to be 0.16. Okay. Now in the same equation, put fs 0.16 and tell me how much speed you get. Okay. Now instead of 0.2, now we put 0.16 and tell me the value of the speed. Everything else will remain the same. $57.44. Okay, 57.44. Again, everything is in kilometers per hour. Everything is in kilometers per hour. So it should have been what? How much? It should have been 64, right? Should have been 64, but now it is 57. Okay. So one thing is confirmed, that I should not go beyond 64, because both the iterations which I did, okay, both of them gave me a value of less than 64. So it is confirmed that the design speed is somewhere between 48 and 64. Okay, somewhere between 48 and 64. So I will not try 80 or 96 or something. Okay, what I will do now, for speed of 57, for a speed of 57, I will interpolate the value of fs from this table. For a speed of 57, I will interpolate the value of fs, and then I will try that value and see how much speed I'm getting. Okay, so interpolation, we did it for the earthwork as well many times, but I will just write the equation here again, and I will put the values. Okay, so this was the equation. Let's say x is the speed and y is the fs. So I'm trying to calculate y here. Okay, I'm trying to calculate y here. Okay, so x means, so x is the speed, so speed is 57.44 minus x1, which will be 48. I'm interpolating between 48 and 64, remember? Y, which I'm trying to find out, my fs, and y1 is 0.2, the fs value at 48, equals to x1, which is 48, minus x2, which is 64, divided by y1, which is 0.2, minus y2, which is 0.16. So give me the value of y here, or fs. 0.176.18 basically, right? 0.18. So now in the above equation, let me put the equation back again. So in this equation, now put fs as 0.18. Okay, 0.176 means 0.18, right? So now put fs as 0.18 and see how much speed you are getting. Okay, so speed is 60. Okay, so again, it's not matching exactly, but it is very close now. Okay, the difference is getting less and less. Earlier it was 48 and 62. Then we tried 64 and it came out to 57. And now we tried for 57 and it came out to be 60. So the difference is getting less and less. So again, you will do interpolation one more time. Okay, you will do interpolation between 60 for 60 now. For 60 now, the speed of 60, you calculate fs, but like If you ask me, I know it will come out to be 0.17. Okay, and it will satisfy. 60 will satisfy. 60 will satisfy. Okay. So our Fs is 0.17 final value, and our final speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Final value is 60 kilometers per hour. Now at this speed, we have to reduce the radius and see if we can have a suitable value of E. Okay, so I will go back to this equation, the radius equation, and now I will use it for finding out the value of E when radius is reduced to 100 meters. Okay, so now let me rewrite the equation for E here. Okay, so E will be equal to yeah, V square divided by 125 R minus Fs. Okay. Yeah. So V will be 60. V will be 60. Fs will be 0.17. R will be 100. Okay, we are reducing the R. R is reduced to from 120 to 100. So give me the value of E here. Point zero seven with R of 100. Sure. R was 100. Can someone else check? 0.13. Yes, 0.13. Okay, now if you go to the range of R given, range for E, range of E is up to 0.12. 0.12. Okay, so it is beyond the range. Very close, but it is beyond the range. Okay, so having this super elevation is not recommended. Okay, so we will say that if you reduce the R to 100 meters, then you cannot maintain this speed because super elevation required is very large. Okay, so this was this question. Again, the only problem with this question was, I think, the concept of Fs and velocity, right? How to find out the Fs. Okay, some of you made the mistake in the conversion as well, but okay, the main problem was that. (0.12). If it is 0.12, you can say it is recommended. Okay, you can do it. You can increase the super elevation to 0.12 and it will work. If it is 0.13, your answer is no. This radius will not work. If your answer is 0.12, you will say this radius is possible. Okay, so it depends upon your answer, but I have said what is the logic behind it. Now, I will move to the question for quiz 2. In quiz 2, I gave you different values according to ID. Okay, so I will just solve for one value and the remaining is up to you. Okay, the remaining you can try your own values and you can solve it. The first question in quiz 2 was for photogrammetry. Okay, so the photograph is taken, the scale of the whole photograph is given. The scale of the complete photograph is given. It's not the scale at point A or B, because they are saying the mean elevation of the ground is the same. Okay, the mean elevation of the ground is the same. So mean elevation of the ground is the same means that the scale for the whole photograph will be the same. The scale only changes if the elevation is changing. Okay, so the ground may be completely level, so approximate elevation for all the points on the photograph is the same, so there is no change in the scale as well. The photograph was taken at a height of 3000 meters. The only thing which you are required to do is find out the distance between the 2 points. Find out the distance between the 2 points. Some of you got confused because I didn't give the focal length. Okay, so you don't have to get confused, just focus on what you require, and to find out that thing, what do you need? So if you know, there were a lot of students who did it like this. They did not waste any time, and alhamdulillah, their answer was correct as well. Okay, but some of you got confused because of the focal length. Okay, why the focal length is not given? It's not given, but it's not required. Okay. Anyways, so there was some extra data in this question, and that was the only problem. Okay, there was no other problem in this question. Okay, so the distance equation is this one. Okay, the distance equation is, you take the square root. Let me make a bigger bracket here. Okay, so square root of x a minus x b square, okay, plus y a minus y b square, and then you close the square root. Okay, this is the equation. So you need the actual coordinates of point A and B. You need the actual coordinates of point A and B. Okay, the scale is given. You need the actual coordinates. Actual coordinates are ground coordinates upon scale. Okay, oh sorry, the photo coordinates upon scale. Photo coordinates are given. Photo coordinates are given. Okay, and the scale is given. So you can divide it. Okay, so the scale is given as 1 upon 12,000. So now 1 upon 12,000, when you divide it, you will multiply it. Okay, now one more trick here, or one more issue here, was with the units. The scale is always given in the same, or usually the scale is given in the same units. Okay, if it is not, then it will be mentioned that this one is centimeter and this 12,000 is meters. So some of you made this mistake that they did not convert the units, because these are in centimeters. If you want to apply this scale, then these should be converted to meters, because in this scale both units are the same. Okay, so you can convert centimeter to centimeter, but you need the answer in meters, so you have to convert it into meters and you apply the scale. Okay, so x a will be equal to 15 centimeter means 0.15 meters. So 0.15, okay, divide by 1 upon 12,000. Okay, so you are basically multiplying with 12,000. Okay, but I will write it just for your sake. Okay, so this is for XA. Then for YA, it was 8 centimeter means 0.08 meters, 0.08. Okay, the same scale. XB, 18 centimeter means 0.18, and YB means 10 centimeter, which is 0.1. So give me the values. XA, XB, YA, YB. Give me the values. Yes. Yes, anyone with any value. If you're taking so much time, I can just go ahead to the next question. Okay, so now, so the values are correct. Now use it in this equation to calculate the distance. Give me the distance. Yes, then some of you made this mistake that they were subtracting x from y. So they were doing xa minus ya or xa minus yb, something like this. So this was the main mistake. You have the, I don't know why you had the equation in front of you. This should not have been a problem. Okay. So always you are subtracting x from x and y from y. Okay, so 432.67 meters is the right answer. Okay, everything is in meters, so this is in meters as well. Okay, so this is the distance. Now move to the last question, the second question of quiz 2, in which you were given with this. Okay, stations were given and end areas were given. You were required to calculate the volume, right? You were required to calculate the volume. Okay, so let me. So for calculating the volume, the only problem was with these stations, these two stations. Okay, so this was the only trick here. Some of you made this mistake as well, that they were treating the stations in 100 feet. I don't know why. If the area is given in meters, that means the stations are also in meters. And in meters, one station means 30 meters. Okay, you don't have to convert it to 100 and then divide by 30, and I don't know what you guys were doing. But if the area is given in meters, that means the stations are in meters as well, and each station meter means 30 meters. So the length between the two stations 30 meters. Okay, so for example, if you are calculating the cut volume, okay, so the first end area is 0, the second one is 19, so 19 plus 0 upon 2 to calculate the average, then multiply by the length between 0 plus 0 0 and 1 plus 0 0. The length is complete one station, so one station means 30 meters, so you multiply by 30 meters. Okay, same thing for the fill as well. For the fill, 17 and 7, you take the average, 17 plus 7 divided by 2, then multiply by 30. Okay, multiply by 30. Yeah, so because the length is between them 30 meters. Okay, same thing for these two stations as well, same thing here as well. So up to, for the first two stations there is no problem. In this station, most of you made the mistakes, most of you. Now you see this one is 2 and this one is 3 plus 1 5. Okay, so end area is 0 and 4. Okay, so 0 plus 4 divided by 2, multiply by 45. Why 45? If it was from 2 plus 0 0 to 3 plus 0 0, then you would have taken 30 meters. From 2 to 3, it is 30 meters. Then we have this additional 15 as well. So 30 plus 15, 45. Okay, 30 plus, from 2 to 3 is 30, then plus 15, 45 meters. Okay, then you come to this one. So the end areas are 4 and 2, and the distance, you are not at a station 3. If it was from station 3 to 4, then it would have been 30 meters. But now it is between station 3 plus 1 5 and 15. So from 3 plus 1 5 to 15, you only need 15 meters. One station is 30 meters. You are already at 15 meters. Okay, so to go from 15 to 30, you only need 15 meters. Okay, so for this, the volume between these two stations will be calculated by multiplying with 15 meters. Okay, not again 30 meters will not be used. Then the last two are same. We have full station 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. So you multiply by 30 meters. Okay, same thing will be done for the fill as well. Okay, here you will use a length of 45 and here you will use a length of 15. Length remains the same. Okay, and here they are 30 30. Some of you made a mistake for calculating the volume here as well. You cannot calculate volume from the last station onwards. volume requires length. You are already at station 6. This is the end of the road. This is the end of the project. After this, there's nothing. After this value, there's nothing. So you cannot move forward. You cannot calculate volume starting from station 6. Station 6 is the end. Okay. So some of you made this mistake. Then shrinkage. Some of you try to calculate shrinkage for cut volume as well, which is wrong. Shrinkage is only for fill volume. Now shrinkage, you were given different values according to your IDs. I will just take the value 10%. 10%, okay, just for the sake of explanation. So to calculate shrinkage, multiply the fill quantity with the shrinkage value 10%, okay. So shrinkage, fill multiply by 0.1. So all these values in the fill column must be multiplied by 10%, okay. And whatever number you get, this is the shrinkage quantity or the extra quantity required for shrinkage. Then you add them together, okay. You add them together, you get the total fill. You add them together, you get the total fill, okay. Some of you did the other approach as well. So instead of multiplying by 0.1 and then adding the fill, they directly multiplied by 1.1, which is also fine. If you take the fill and you multiply with the 1 plus shrinkage, that is also fine. So shrinkage was 10%, means 0.1. You multiply 1.1, that is also fine. You will get the same answer. See, this is 396 and this is also 396. So both approaches should give you the same answer. Okay, so this is the end. Okay, this is the end of the course. So you have more than a week extra, okay, to prepare. Sorry, I have not been, quick enough for giving you the grades, but I have tried. I have tried my best. I'm still trying. So this week is fully occupied with the senior design projects. Okay, I have many, so I'm fully occupied. But inshallah, I will try to do it as soon as possible. Once this week is ended, I will give you the grades as soon as possible. I don't want to keep it myself, but what can I do? Okay, so I am taking the attendance in yesterday's date because yesterday we had both the sections. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, you will get your attendance when I took the lecture yesterday. Okay, so Visal Ala Ahmad Mahmoud Isa Muhammad Al Ajab. Visal Ala Ahmad Mahmoud Isa Muhammad Al Ajab. Yes, wake up. It's time to go. Zahra Ali Ahmad, Balqis Muhammad, Mahdi Abdulillah, Hala Munir. Zahra Ali Ahmad, Balqis Muhammad, Mahdi Abdulillah, Hala Munir. Ali Hussain, Fatma Muhammad, Huda Ahmad. Ali Hussain, Fatma Muhammad, Huda Ahmad. Umar Muhammad, Manal Yasin, Muzun Faisal, Sara Khamis. Umar Muhammad, Manal Yasin, Muzun Faisal, Sara Khamis. Muhammad Al Ajab is here, okay. Zainab Ali Ahmad, Noor Tawfiq, Muhammad Jafar. Zainab Ali Ahmad, Noor Tawfiq, Muhammad Jafar. Wasan Rafiq, Bayan Qadim. Wasan Rafiq and Bayan Qadim. Anybody left from this section? Wasan, okay. Anybody left from this section? You are from that section, right, Iman? You are from the other section. Okay, so this section is done. Okay, Iman Mohammed Hussain, Zain Yusuf. Okay. Supposed to mark you yesterday. Okay, then done. Anybody else? Bayan Yusuf. Okay, done. So all the best for your exams. All the exams. Okay. Thank you. And please do fill out the survey, the feedback forms. Okay. They're important for us. They are discussed in meetings. They are important for our evaluation, our contract renewal, and so on and so forth. Okay. If you want to see me again, fill out the form. Don't want to see me again, fill out the form. Okay. Thank you.